Hey everybody, it's time for Legal Help Live. You're watching City TV Channel 16 if you're in Santa Monica. If you're in Los Angeles, that's LA 36. I'm Ralph, that's Steve. We're the Legal Help Live team. Call us with a legal question at 1-800-405-4222. That's how you get in to ask a legal question. That's how you talk to us live on the air, and I mean right now. Hey Steve, what's going on?
Well, let's see. Reggie Bush
The Saint guy?
Gave back his Heisman Trophy.
Yes. Has that happened before?
No, never.
Never.
Does the second person who came in second now get the Heisman Trophy?
I understand from the Heisman Trust, no, that there won't be any Heisman Trophy issued for that year.
Well, Pete Carroll...
That would be Vince Young, by the way, from Texas, but I understand that's not going to happen.
And Pete Carroll snuck out a Dodge and got away. The whole blame is on the coaching staff, and
that's always true.
They're making gazillions of dollars. What happened? Reggie was taken advantage of.
Yes, he was.
He was just a regular kid, and all his expensive SC coaching staff took advantage of him.
Well,
and they're all still either coaching around.
Wait a second. Every coaching staff takes advantage of every kid, and certainly the kids have opportunities, but you know what? If they're playing that level, maybe not UCLA, of course, but at USC level...
we're not playing that level.
That's what I'm saying. If they're playing that level football, then they are being taken advantage of, and they got a shot at the NFL, and Reggie's playing at the NFL now.
So why don't they fine him?
But the way that the rules are set up, these guys are not supposed to be molested by agents, and that's what happened.
Or molested by their coaches.
Well, the coaches are supposed to be the watchdogs.
And there was no watching here.
They were supposed to be the watchdogs.
Oh well, I guess major college.
And those guys are gone. They're all gone. Every one of them.
But they all
coaches,
they all have great jobs.
Of course.
So the coaching staff doesn't.
See, so there is justice in the world. Not.
All right.
Okay, let's talk. We got somebody on the line now. Chastity from the Valley. Come on and talk to us, Chastity.
Hi, I'm so glad I got connected to you guys. I called last week and I just couldn't sync up. So I'm glad talking to you guys.
So you were on hold for 7 days?
No. Last week I called
We normally don't let Chastity on the air.
Chastity,
talk to us. What, you have a legal question for us?
I do. I'm having this problem with my neighbor. Okay, so in my yard, I have these sycamore trees, and they're just gorgeous and they're beautiful. And my neighbor came onto my property and cut some of them down. He cut the branches of some of them down, and but I mean the stumps are on my property. So I think that means that that they're mine, that he can't just come in and cut them down. Now it looks like the tree is dying.
Is there a fence between the houses?
Well, yeah. I mean, not a huge one, but there's a little fence. I think it makes it look prettier because the branches kind of hang down. But there is a fence.
Do you know where one lot begins and the other lot ends?
No, I have no idea that.
But they came onto your property and took something and chopped the whole tree down?
I mean, he didn't chop the whole tree down. He chopped some branches down and cut some of the leaves off, basically the parts that were kind of hanging into his yard.
Okay, he can do that. If the tree's hanging over into his yard, he can chop the whole mother down.
Whoa.
Unless he kills the tree.
Serious?
No. He can chop down the part that's hanging over his yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought you said the whole tree.
No, everything on his side he can chop down unless he injures the tree. And if he injures the tree, then he'll owe you money for the injury of the tree.
And he can't be trimming the tree on your side of the lot line. That's why I was asking you where the lot line was, if you know where the lot line is.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I mean, I don't know exactly where the lot line is, but he definitely cut off branches that were in my yard according to where the fence is.
Well,
that's why I was so upset.
You need to know where the property line is, and that will determine whether or not the tree's on his property or your property. If it's on your property, he can't do it. If it's hanging over on his property, then he can chop the tree down, the branches, as long as he doesn't destroy the tree. And this goes on all the time. If your tree's injured, get a tree estimate person to come out there to figure out what it's going to cost to replace the tree. If it's under $7,500, you can sue him in small claims court. You can bring the letter in from the tree expert testifying that the letter can say what the value of the replacement is. You can bring the tree person in if you want to. It's a simple process, and you'll get fairly quick justice out of it.
You know, one thing you better take care of, though, is to know where your property line is. You could probably do that. You're in the city of Los Angeles?
Well, yeah.
Okay, if you're in the city of Los Angeles, you can go to LA City Planning and Zoning and see if you can get a map of where your property is. You may or may not be able to interpret it. You may have to
well, it still doesn't help you. You get a map and it shows a square is your property. You need a surveyor to go out there.
Well, I was going to say that. You may not be able to interpret what you're...
It costs a lot of money?
Yeah, it's probably going to cost you $1,000 to get a surveyor.
Yeah, it may be that expensive.
But you know, if not, you've got a good shot just doing it without the surveyor. There's a fence there. It's presumed to be your property. If the fence has been there for a long time, it's probably your property.
It's been there since I moved in.
How long have you been there?
A while.
Okay, well, I'm a long time. I'm a while. 2 years is not a while. I mean, if it's been there for 20 years, then it's a while.
No, I've been there for 10 years.
Oh, then you're okay.
20,
You're fine.
For 10.
You know, if the tree's okay, nothing you can do about it. If the tree's hurt, you can get the value of the damage to the tree.
Yeah,
that's the thing I'm saying. I think it looks like it's dying.
Oh, then get it.
You get an arborist
that
or
can happen from cutting off
yes,
it can happen.
I don't know if that can even happen.
Get an arborist or
fine before you started hacking at it.
Get an arborist or a tree surgeon, and find out if the tree's going to live or die. You got to know that too. And then depending upon what the tree surgeon says, then you can find out the value of the tree or the value of the repair or how long the tree is going to take to come back to life if it's gonna. And then you'll at least know what you're talking about when you go to small claims court.
Chastity, it's really been a pleasure talking to you. You would have gotten on earlier if your name was Promiscuity, but we love Chastity anyway. So,
hey, thanks for calling Legal Help Live.
Thank you so much. I love your show. I can't say enough.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much.
1-800-405-4222, and let's
back to the phones.
Let's take the next call. Christy. Christy.
I'm so glad you're there.
Well, we're glad you're calling.
I'm hungry. Did you bake some food for me?
What can we do for you?
I've called before. Now, I can hardly hear you in my phone, but I've turned the TV set off. But let me tell you the question.
Okay.
This has to do with townhome condominium